welcome. Hopefully my mic's picking up. I just adjusted it, didn't have time to test it. Everything at work's always changing. I'm having to head in, go do something that I wasn't planning on doing. But it's cool. It's just basically I gotta cover another load and go do mine. That's just the way it is. Everything's always changing. Last minute. My boss's ringtone is Mission Impossible. If any of y'all get that. This is your load, so you choose to accept it. Except I don't exactly have a choice. I can say no, it just won't look good. I'm feeling a little better than I was yesterday, but that could be the NyQuil talking. Don't know. Might be. There's neutral. There's second. I need to clean my visor. You always notice that when you take off. Not before. Yeah, I need to clean my visor. I think all that funk from the road from the other night is still on it. Don't think I'm coughing as much. I was feeling so bad that I went to bed about 11 o'clock. I think I jacked around with the internet a little bit, like looking at my messages and stuff, and I was probably asleep by like 7, 8 o'clock, not long after. And then I kind of just woke up. I think I woke up around 7, 8 o'clock, which is weird for me. So I usually get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and that's about it. And it's kind of that whole NyQuil dreams scenario of where am I, what am I, who am I, how am I? Am I late for school? Well, I haven't been late for school in like 30 years. So, yeah. And figure out one of my friends' Discord got hacked. But I have really good mods on my Discord, and they took care of all that before I even knew anything happened. So if you are a mod on my Discord, thank you so much for all the work that you do. You guys are awesome. Guys and gals, all of you, you're awesome. Y'all always have that stuff taken care of before I even find out anything's going on. Who could ask for more? I can't. But yeah, anyone that his Discord had access to, they all got a whole bunch of messages this morning. And I kind of woke up to that. I could have went to work earlier, but I wouldn't be restarting my hours. Gotta have the whole 72-hour restart, whatever it is. 34. I wish it was 72. 34-hour restart. See, I'm still having them NyQuil moments. But 34-hour restart will be at 12:30. That'll be about the time I'm showing up to work. And I get in the truck and I get gone. I got 2 loads of wastewater to do. One down south of town, and then I gotta go back up north towards Shepherd, pick up another load, and I'll probably be getting in like 2 o'clock in the morning again. But for those of y'all that were watching my chat the other night, I think the road was just getting kind of slick because the water was forming on my bike. So it was obviously forming on the road. Got into a curve and it didn't feel right, so I was like, I gotta slow down. It was just enough to make it slick. But That's life. That's life on two wheels. You deal with it. I was just talking to an insurance agent trying to lower all my rates. I don't know who y'all use for motorcycle insurance or bike insurance. Right now my bikes are through National General and they give me a really good rate. My cars though, they're through State Farm and all my rates just went up. And so I went to checking around and I couldn't beat the rates, and that really sucks because my insurance is way too high, you know. It's just everything is way too high. And I talked with USAA and they went through trying to find the best rates, and the best rates they could find me were what I already had through the companies that I was already with. So yeah, guess I'm not changing insurance companies. Be awesome if I could. One of them wanted like $400 a month and I'm like, you've got to be out of your mind. I mean, how's y'all's insurance holding out? I'm thinking everyone across the board, all of our rates for everything is going up. And I'm just feeling the crunch like everybody else is. You know, I appreciate my patrons. If y'all want to support me, I've got Patreon and Subscribestar that are both listed in the About section of my channel. I appreciate all of you greatly, but I do make good money. I don't make my living off of YouTube. So I can't complain, although I could use another gear and I'd stop searching for it. You know, I just have a lot of things that are all financed because I'm your typical stupid American that finances everything because I can, because I grew up poor and we didn't have anything. And I'm not going to wait till I'm 70 years old and retired to have a new Harley or something like that. I'm getting close to 50, so I'm gonna enjoy it now. So they're financed, and just is what it is. Everything's current, everything's paid for. I'm just feeling the crunch like everybody else is. But if you have any leads on some good rates for insurance for vehicles and stuff like that, I am a homeowner. I bundle everything in except my bikes at the moment, because for some reason National General is giving me the best rate for my bikes and State Farm is giving me the best rate for my cars. So it's like, what can you do? And State Farm's not too much higher, but in all honesty, that $20-$30 is making a difference. You know, that's like whether I eat one day or not. So my bills are that tight. They're all paid, but they're that tight. And I'm pretty sure everybody else's are too. These chaps are wanting to pull my leg out. It's kind of hurting. But it is a beautiful day to ride a motorcycle. And I get to ride a motorcycle to work. So what do I really have to complain about? Absolutely nothing. I have absolutely nothing to complain about. Unless someone decides to cut me off or something like that, then I will gladly complain about that. And complain I will. I'm not stopping for that. thing about a motorcycle. You can always accelerate. Is there a problem? Twist the throttle. Get yourself out of that problem. I don't know why anyone would want to sit there and honk the horn. Honk the horn, the problem's still there. It's still a problem. Twist the throttle. Problem is behind you now. Does that make any sense? Just twist it out. Accelerate, leave the problem behind you, and go. That might be a good analogy for life. Press left, press right, twist the throttle, and fuck it. And yes, I still have the check engine light on there. Haven't had time to go back through it. I was going to go yesterday and clear that code out, but I just got the feeling too bad. And I was going to have a friend on a chat that has a GoFundMe who's definitely in worse shape than I am because they can't work right now. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That's Corey, Soulless Ginger, on my Discord. I have posted in my community tab a link to his GoFundMe, and if y'all care to donate, that would be awesome. I believe they take in like rescue dogs and stuff like that, and some of them got in a fight, and him and his wife got mauled pretty good, like broken hands and fingers and puncture wounds, lacerations, all that good stuff. So anything you could donate to help them out, do that. Even if you're thinking about joining my Patreon or my Subscribe Star, if you can help them out first. Everyone would greatly appreciate it. I love animals. I have a Mastiff that y'all see from time to time on the channel, and they take care of them. That's a good cause. And sometimes things happen because dogs are going to be dogs. How people get hurt a lot of times is they think they're a person. They treat them like a person, which, you know, my dog Dennis, he's my best friend. But I always keep in my mind that he is a dog. And I know exactly what's going to happen with him and a male dog. They're going to go at it. They're going to figure out who's dominant. And I expect him to do that. Not that that's what happened with them. But it was just dogs being dogs. An unfortunate incident. I just happen to have a Mastiff, so I know how those guys react. I would love to have a sidecar on this bike right here so that he could ride with me. Don't have the money for said sidecar. And he would have to be tied down to the sidecar, because if there was something else out there that he wanted, like a squirrel, he's a sight hound. I mean, he's a Mastiff mix, he's Great Dane, and he's Boxer. But he's a sight hound. And if something small and furry goes and it moves, he's going after it. That's my only concern with him. I could get one of those chest rigs or something. I could get my cat, which is Chloe. Y'all seen her too. I could get her to ride in like a chest rig or something. She'd be great. But for Dennis, he would need a sidecar. He is what he is. He's aggressive. And I don't exactly want to take that away from him. You know, that's what makes him who he is. He's a very, very good guard dog. He stopped two armed intruders that broke into my truck while I was sleeping in it. That's what he does. That's what he does very well. He's a big baby with me. He's a big baby with Amy. But if he don't know you, he is not a big baby. And he's got two barks. One's like a puppy, and the other one sounds like the voice of God. And if you hear that bark, you've got problems. I think a lot of dogs his size are kind of that way. They got their playing around, they're having fun bark. Then they have that bark where you know they mean business. It's going to be 40 degrees again when I go home. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I got my chaps again today. And as you can see, I'm wearing leather. I do need better gloves. So what gloves are y'all using for the winter? Those of y'all that are still riding. I'm Gulf Coast, so on the Gulf Coast we have basically year-round riding. It might freeze a couple days out of the year and you don't ride, but other than that we've got year-round riding. Just going through the town of Crosby. That used to be the Stomp over there. American Legion. You'd probably go through there with a metal detector and find all kinds of engagement rings in that parking lot. From some drunk chick throwing it at some guy after a dance. I know of that happening at that specific place. Don't know if anyone ever found that ring either. Why are you stopping back here? Are you trying to get the back of your car to look like the front of it? Oh, it's a Prius, no wonder. Do they make you do an IQ test before you get a Prius? Like anyone above like an 85, maybe an 87, they don't let you buy it. 'Cause those things suck. The only thing worse than a Prius is a Tesla. And it's not because the drivers don't see it, it's because the Tesla doesn't pick up a motorcycle for some reason and people have been killed. It's the only reason Tesla beats you out. But as far as drivers go, Prius drivers suck. You think you're saving the world, you're driving a Prius so you can have your head firmly up your ass. But that's where everyone else's head is, planted firmly up their ass, usually on their cell phone. I was talking about the other night, what's worse, a drunk driver or a cell phone user? And I do realize I got my cell phone on my handlebars, and I do live streams. But I'm not really reading the chat when I'm going down the road. I'm not looking at my cell phone. And come on, dude. You see someone with a cell phone and it's like the last 2 miles they've been staring at their cell phone for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And it's like, look up. I mean, you can glance at your phone, but look up. Whatever you're looking at on your phone is not that important. Look up. What's in front of you is of far greater importance than anything could be that is on your phone. You know what I mean? I was looking at the time there. I'm doing good. Second hour drive in my car. Well, it's not a car, it's a F-150. And it's about 27-30 minutes on my bike. Come on, dude, I want to go. There we go. Now I gotta get around this guy. How am I gonna do that? I hope you turn in. Okay, that solved that problem. And now we can go to work. But the drunks aren't usually looking at, they might be drunk and looking at their phone. Maybe that is the worst kind of driver. The ones who are already drunk or intoxicated in some way, and they're looking at their phone. That might be the worst. Because unless the drunk is passed out, they're at least usually looking at the road. Sorry for the coughing. Don't know when the NyQuil is wearing off, and I'm probably going to feel like crap driving home, riding home, whatever. Operating a motor vehicle to transit from my work to my house. I got enough gas. Yeah, I got enough. More big, slow trucks in the way. Oh, they're always in the way. I drive one, so I'm always in your way. I think these people are turning, so I'm not going around them. Gotta watch for that when you pass people. That was an animal the other night. Okay, I wondered what I drove through. Yeah, that nighttime riding, you drove through something smeared all over the road. You don't know quite what it was. Okay. At least it wasn't a skunk. Because that could end badly. I hope some of y'all are turning. Please turn. Damn it, they're not turning. That's all I ask. Just make a turn. And that is not a truck. It's a Honda. I'm sure it's good. That's, I think, Honda's attempt to copy an Avalanche or something. But it's still a Honda. They can have the little toy trucks, which they were really good. The Hondas and the Toyotas. Toyota especially was really good with them little pickups. Every ragtag army has a Honda. A Toyota. Every ragtag army across the world has a Toyota pickup and a machine gun mounted to it. So that ought to tell you something. They're not bad. But I live in Texas, so yes, we have a lot of Toyota Tacomas. I don't know if you know where I'm coming from. My grandfather's brothers all fought in World War II. He fought in Korea. Both my grandfathers fought in Korea. And like his brother Abe, you couldn't even park a foreign car in his driveway. He would run you off. And that was their generation. I got a hair in my face, hold on. Blow away foul hair. There we go. But yeah, their generation, that World War II generation, it was not a good idea to buy a Toyota or a Honda or any of that and go park it in their driveway. They did not like that too much. But they do make really good cars. Good, dependable cars that are affordable. And over time, people have got to buy them more and more, because when your Chevy keeps breaking down and your Ford keeps breaking down, and that Toyota Corolla just keeps on going, you start eyeballing that Toyota Corolla. Like, maybe I'll try that. You know, what was that movie where it's talking about, get, what is it, $2.5 million, something like that up. You pay for your house, you buy some cheap Japanese indestructible shit box, and you can approach the world from a position of fuck you. Well, I have not done that. I've bought all American everything, so I am in debt. That's where I'm at. I approach the world from a position of I am in debt. Truth be told, as much as I like Harley, is there someone's turning or something? Honda's a good bike. Kawasaki's a good bike. They're all good bikes. LCF Moto is a good bike. I'd be careful when it comes to these real cheap Chinese bikes that are coming out, but obviously the Japanese bikes are good bikes. And I have owned them. I owned a 71, I think it was, Suzuki. I had a 73 Kawasaki and a 76 Kawasaki. 3-cylinder, 2-stroke, 750. That was a squid missile. Trust me, your Gixxer ain't got shit on that. That was the original frickin' Widowmaker. Wish I still had it. Sold it before I moved to Texas. Came down here with a piece of shit Mustang. Probably the absolute worst year Mustang ever put on the market. A 79 Mustang. Looked like a Pinto. The front end was a Pinto. You could literally go to the auto salvage if you wrecked your car. You could get the front end off of a Pinto and put it on your Mustang. That is the Mustang that I had. And it was a piece of crap that I bought for $200. Drug it home. Went through the motor. Got it running. And got every ounce of life I could out of that car. But you could do that back then. You could drag home like a $200 car, fix it, go to work. I don't know if you can do that today. It was just, we were expected to go to work. You were expected, 18 years old, you moved out, you got a job, you did whatever, you enlisted, you're on your own. I mean, unless you were a rich kid or something, the rest of us, working class families weren't buying their kids cars. The kids were going and getting a summertime job or whatever and buying their own shit. And everybody wanted to have a driver's license. And this generation doesn't want to drive. It's like not important to them. It was everything to us. Go hang out in the Walmart parking lot. It wasn't even a super Walmart back then. It was the old school Walmart. Closed at night, didn't have half the shit a Walmart has now. It's the quote-unquote old Walmart parking lot in your small town today. That place. And there was nothing to do. You go to the pool hall, movie theater. You know, that's like an hour or two away depending on where you live. That was a trip. I don't know if you could find enough gas money in your ashtray to go see a movie that far away. We did have like the Dollar Theater in town. You could see a couple of old movies or something on. But it was pasture parties, and so you had an old car, an old truck, something you could get out there. That's all there was. Pool hall, Walmart parking lot, and pasture parties. And a lot of people getting pregnant at like 14, because there really wasn't that much else to do in a small town. Apparently there's something to do. Yeah, how old are my kids again? Yeah, there was something to do. But anyways, I'm getting close to work up here. Or at least where I'm going to turn off for work and where I cut my videos off. So, thank you so much for watching if you've been watching. Thank you so much for supporting my channel if you support my channel. If you got some money, you can send Corey's way, the Soulless Ginger. Look at my community tab on this channel. You will find a link to his GoFundMe. Help him out. He's a really good dude. Him and his wife both got hurt. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'll try to do another video heading home if I can, depending on how tired I am. And I will catch y'all later. So, adios, sayonara, all that good shit. And bye now.